Hey people, it's the Book Pixie, and today we're going to be exploring Animal Farm by George Orwell. Make sure you have a pen and some paper for today's lesson. You may also want to have your copy of Animal Farm to hand. So, first, let's quickly go over what we'll be learning today. By the end of today's lesson, you will be able to understand the key themes in Animal Farm, analyse and discuss the characters in the novel, identify and interpret important quotations from the book, and apply critical thinking skills by completing a Pixie Pop quiz. Let's first begin with a brief Pixie overview of the book. Animal Farm chronicles the uprising of farm animals against their human oppressor, Mr. Jones. Led by the pigs, notably Napoleon and Snowball, the animals seize control of the farm, envisioning a society founded on equality and freedom. Yet, as time unfurls, the pigs betray their ideals, morphing into the very tyrants they once despised. Through poignant allegory, Orwell crafts a scathing critique of totalitarianism and the corrupting nature of power. So, now I've explained what the story is about, let's dive into some of the main characters in the book. First, we have Napoleon. Initially hailed as a visionary leader, Napoleon metamorphoses into a despot, exploiting his comrades for personal gain. Now, let's talk about Snowball. Snowball is Napoleon's counterpart, embodying the ideals of a revolution and collective empowerment. Boxer is also a key character in Animal Farm. He is a diligent and steadfast horse, symbolising the proletariat, whose unwavering loyalty is tragically exploited. We also have Squealer, who is a key character. Squealer is Napoleon's eloquent propagandist, adept at distorting truths to fortify the pigs' supremacy. There are some really important themes in the story, and we will now go over some of these key themes. The first is power and corruption. Animal Farm vividly illustrates how power, once attained, corrodes moral integrity and breeds oppression. Listen carefully to the following quotation from the book. "Power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely." This quotation suggests that as individuals gain power, they are prone to moral decline, compromising values for self-interest. Absolute power exacerbates this, leading to unchecked tyranny and oppression. It warns of the dangers of unbridled authority and emphasizes the necessity of accountability to prevent corruption. Another really important theme in the book is propaganda and manipulation. In Animal Farm, Orwell unveils the insidious nature of propaganda in shaping perceptions and legitimizing autocratic rule. The following quotation emphasizes this well. "The most effective way to destroy people is to deny and obliterate their own understanding of their history." This quote underscores the significance of historical memory in preserving individual and collective identity. By denying or erasing a people's history, oppressors strip them of their roots, agency, and sense of self. This deliberate manipulation impedes resistance as it dismantles the foundation upon which identities and movements are built. Ultimately, the quote warns against the insidious nature of historical revisionism as a tool of oppression, highlighting the power of historical awareness in fostering resilience and empowerment. Equality and justice is also an important theme in Animal Farm. The animals' quest for equality underscores humanity's perennial yearning for fairness and dignity. The following quote demonstrates this theme in the book. "Until they become conscious, they will never rebel, and until after they have rebelled, they cannot become conscious." This quote encapsulates the transformative journey from ignorance to enlightenment, highlighting the pivotal role of consciousness in instigating and sustaining rebellion. Before individuals attain awareness of their oppression and their capacity for change, they remain passive and complacent. Only through rebellion, sparked by a burgeoning consciousness, can they awaken to their own agency and the injustices around them. Rebellion serves as a catalyst for consciousness, prompting individuals to confront and challenge the status quo, thereby fostering collective empowerment and societal transformation. I wanted to share a few more quotations with you all that further speak to the story's themes and that are really important to know. All animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others. This quote encapsulates the inherent hypocrisy and corruption of oppressive regimes. Initially proclaimed to uphold equality among all animals, the pigs in power twist the concept to justify their own privilege and superiority. It satirizes the manipulation of language and ideals by those in authority to maintain their dominance. By asserting that some are more equal, it starkly exposes the fallacy of equality under such regimes, revealing how power dynamics inevitably lead to inequality and injustice, despite the rhetoric of equality. The creatures outside looked from pig to man, and from man to pig, and from pig to man again, but already it was impossible to say which was which. This haunting conclusion of Animal Farm illustrates the cyclical nature of tyranny and oppression. The pigs, once oppressed animals seeking liberation, have become indistinguishable from their human oppressors, embodying the very corruption they once despised. It serves as a chilling reminder of power's corrupting influence and the perpetual struggle for justice. The blurred lines between pig and man symbolize the inevitability of tyranny if unchecked, echoing Orwell's grim assessment of human nature and governance. 4 legs good, 2 legs bad. This quote encapsulates the simplistic binary rhetoric used to rally support for the animal rebellion in Animal Farm. The slogan signifies the unity and solidarity among the animals, contrasting their noble 4-legged existence with the perceived inferiority and oppression associated with humans standing on 2 legs. It reflects the power of propaganda in simplifying complex issues and galvanizing collective action, serving as a rallying cry for revolution. So now that we have learned what the book is about, discussed the main characters and analysed the book's key themes, let's test our knowledge with a Pixie Pop quiz. The 3 questions you will be answering are: who emerges as the primary antagonist in Animal Farm? What does the phrase "all animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others" signify in the context of the novel? And finally, which character epitomizes the propagandist tactics employed by totalitarian regimes? Now, take a few minutes to answer those questions. Try to add as much detail to your answers as you can. Use your books to help you find the answers, and good luck. I'll check back with you in a few. Okay, time's up. Let's go over the answers to these questions. So question 1 was, who emerges as the primary antagonist in Animal Farm? In Animal Farm, Napoleon emerges as the primary antagonist. Initially a revolutionary leader, he devolves into a tyrant, manipulating and exploiting the other animals to consolidate power. Through deception and coercion, he betrays the revolution's ideals, embodying the dangers of unchecked authority and the corruption of power. Right, question 2. What does the phrase "all animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others" signify in the context of the novel? The phrase "all animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others" encapsulates the hypocrisy and corruption of the pigs in Animal Farm. It symbolises their betrayal of the revolution's egalitarian ideals, revealing their desire for superiority and privilege, highlighting the inherent injustice and inequality of their rule. Finally, question 3 was, which character epitomizes the propagandist tactics employed by totalitarian regimes? Squealer, one of the pigs in Animal Farm, epitomizes the propagandist tactics employed by totalitarian regimes. He manipulates language and distorts truths to justify the pigs' actions and maintain their authority. Squealer's persuasive rhetoric and deceitful narratives effectively manipulate the other animals, illustrating the insidious power of propaganda in controlling populations and legitimizing oppressive rule. And that's it. You finished the Pixie Pop quiz. Well done. As we are coming to the end of our lesson, let's review what we learned today. We have understood the key themes in Animal Farm. We have analysed and discussed the characters in the novel. We have identified and interpreted important quotations from the book. And we have applied critical thinking skills by completing a Pixie Pop quiz. Way to go! But just before you go, here are a few things you can do to become an Animal Farm expert. First, have group discussions. Having discussions with your peers will help you to delve deeper into the novel's themes and characters. Be creative. You could try to craft alternative endings or character perspectives, fostering imaginative engagement with the text. And finally, research. You could investigate parallels between Animal Farm and real-world revolutions or authoritarian regimes to help foster critical thinking and historical literacy. I really hope you enjoyed today's lesson and now have a better understanding of Animal Farm. Thanks for watching and see you next time.